What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I wanted to share a bunch of crazy lines of sight and spots that I found so far in my playtime with Call of Duty Vanguard. And these spots that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today are not very well known at all, and many of them can be extremely valuable depending on the situation. With many of these spots, people in my stream will just see me do something and be like, holy crap, I didn't know you could do that. So I didn't want to hoard this knowledge to myself. I want to spread this to you guys and let you guys know some crazy things that you can do in this game that you were probably unaware of. And the spots I'm going to be sharing with you guys today are just scratching the surface. I still haven't gone through every single map and tried to find every crazy spot that you can think of. These are just a good handful of spots that I feel are going to be incredibly valuable, and keep in mind, several of them are excellent for long shots, which is really important for those long shot camo challenges. So without further ado, let's just dive into the spots I'm going to share with you guys today, keeping in mind this is going to be across a bunch of the maps in the game. And the first one I want to share for you guys, this one's incredibly valuable and also extremely easy to do, and it's great for long shots. This is on Hotel Royal. Now, on this side of the map here, there's often those people that will just sit in that spot right over there, shooting at your spot right here, which is a 50-50 gunfight. We don't like 50-50 gunfights, so if you want to stack the odds in your favor and you're on this side of the map, all you have to do is come back to where these sandbags right here, jump up, and then back yourself up as much as possible, and look at that line of sight that you get on that person. They'll have no idea what hit them there, and this is so easy for you to do as well. It's not like you have to do anything too technical and find an invisible ledge or anything. And to top that off, this will count as a long shot for every gun in the game aside from sniper rifles, so it's a great long shot spot for you. Now, if you're on the other side, unfortunately, we don't have a super simple spot like that, but I still wanted to show you a reverse angle that you can use if you're using deployable cover, and that is if you place a deployable cover right here like this, and you manage to jump yourself on top of it. As you can see there, once again, you get an amazing line of sight right over the wall there. Excellent long shot spot, but like I said, this one is going to require a little bit more setup to make that happen. After that, let's move into the mid-map area on Bocage, and this is a really simple spot as well that I just almost never see anybody using, and I think this is also very valuable, and it's a great long shot spot too. And that is, if you come up to the mid-map area right here, and you hop up on this, you can just look right between the hinge and the gate right here, right to where the enemy will be running out of spawn, and once again, this is a great long shot spot. There's almost no chance they're going to be seeing you through this, which is great. A little alternative is you can actually hop right up on top of the wall next to you, and this allows you to mount on top of that. Now, you'll be exposing a bit more of yourself, but this is still an amazing long shot spot. And then from here as well, you can also use this as a sort of jump spot to quickly get into the second story of that building without having to go inside and take the stairs. Next up, let's get into the Tuscan map, and this one's going to be more of a jump spot rather than a long shot or line of sight, and this is for taking the B domination building. If you get enemies that are just set up in here, maybe they're in the middle of capturing the flag, or they're just defending the B flag, or maybe they're just defending this building in general, instead of approaching them head on where they're just going to be pre-aiming in the door or the window, it's actually very easy to make this jump to the window, and I never see anyone do this, and they never expect this. Like, literally never expect this. It's such an easy jump spot to get an easy flank on them. However, that's not even the only spot I want to share for you guys. There's another alternative. If you're coming from down low, instead of coming up the stairs where they might expect you to be coming through, you can actually mantle up on top of this fountain here, as long as you're either to the left or the right where the horse actually is on that. And then from this, if you catch it just right, you can actually make a jump directly to the window and then mantle into the window from there. Now, this is tricky. You're not going to be able to do this extremely consistently unless you practice it. But I just wanted to show that it can be done there, and alternatively, this can also be used to just get up to the railing over in this area right here. As long as you mantle up where the horse head is, you just have to sprint, jump, and you'll be able to catch that mantle. These are incredibly useful jump spots that really open up this area of the map in my experience. Next up, let's move into Decoy, and I've got a ridiculous little long shot spot for those pesky people that like camping up in the second story of the barn area right here. If you're coming out of the spawns from this direction of the map, I really like hopping up on top of this truck and then looking over this building. And if they're standing up, you can clearly see them. You might have to jump to get a nice clean view on them, but you can absolutely pick them off from here. And this is once again going to be a long shot spot for you, which is great. Now, alternatively, if you want to rush those players, instead of rushing into the bottom area, which is what they expect, and then using the ladder to get up, you can actually get up to the second story of that building from this side of the map very, very easily by simply mantling up into this area right here. This is just one of those little things where it might seem obvious, but it's just something I've never really considered until I started playing around with finding different ways to get up there. Moving on, let's have a look at a great sniper long shot spot to pick off those pesky window campers on Oasis. And this one's really straightforward and simple. All you gotta do is jump on this destructible wall right over in this corner right here. You can look over top of that, and look at that. Clean line of sight into the window. There's not a chance they're gonna be looking in that direction for you. They are not going to see this coming at all, and it's a super easy long shot spot that even works for sniper rifles. After that one, let's get into Castle, and this is an amazing spot to attack or defend the B domination flag, or if there's any other objective points or just high traffic in the B flag area. And this is to simply come back to this area right here, jump up onto this sort of flower bed right here, and from here you get an amazing line of sight over top of the wall that they won't be able to see effectively through, and you can easily pick them off through there with an accurate assault rifle, LMG, or a sniper rifle for instance. And of course, once again, this is a long shot spot. Moving on, let's get into Desert Siege, and I've got a pretty interesting spot that you can get to. I will admit this one is a little on the campy side, but I've had people wonder like how you can get up in this area. Maybe you've run into some enemies up here, so I'm going to show you at least how you can get up here, and then you can choose to use this however you'd like. So if you're on this side of the map and you find this broken wall right here, you can just hop up on this wall and just keep trying to jump yourself upwards. Sometimes it'll like kind of glitch out and it won't be able to make the jump, but if you just keep trying, you'll eventually make it to the top here, and then from this, you can jump on top of these awnings, and this gives you an amazing line of sight over this entire open lane of the map. Now, you are fairly exposed up here, and you're basically just relying on the element of surprise because most people won't expect you to be up here. So this might be great for a few kills here or there, but I wouldn't recommend lingering here long because once people figure out where you are, they will end up being able to kill you fairly easily when you're up there. Now, let's get into Paradise, and these lines of sight I'm going to share for you guys, they are a little bit well known, but I just wanted to make sure everybody's aware of these. And that is across this lane right here. Now, this lane is a super funnel right here. This is a death trap normally to be running through this lane. If you've got somebody posted up with a decent long-range setup, they're just going to pick you off as you run through this open choke point with no cover. So a nice alternative line of sight across this lane from this side of the map would be right in this spot here. Make sure you don't strafe too far to the left or you're going to be falling off the map right there. So that's an excellent line of sight for those people that are going to be coming through that choke point. And there is actually an alternative. It's not quite as good in my experience unless you're like spawn killing people in hardcore or you're able to spawn snipe people before they get across this lane. But I did want to show you can also get a line of sight from this point right here. And once again, of course, these are very obviously long shot spots, even with sniper rifles. So it's super effective to get those long shot kills for your camo challenges. And with that, I think that's a good place to leave it for this particular video. However, like I said, I'm just scratching the surface here. There are a bunch of other amazing spots like jump spots and lines of sight that are available in this game. These maps are quite opened up when it comes to finding spots like this. So if you guys are interested in seeing more, please let me know down below. I know that I normally do this in my Maps Exposed series where I go through map by map by map, but unfortunately, I just have a very hard time getting people to click those episodes, even though they are incredibly valuable. So I'm just trying this different method where it's more of a shotgun approach, where I'm a little more picky about the spots, but I'm doing it across all of the maps. So yeah, please let me know down below if you guys enjoy this style of video and you want me to make more of these. And if you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.